Blood pets have been banned by the Spirit Alliance, so ordinary people don't even know of its existence, but that they're actually abnormal types and too difficult to deal with. The boy proceeded to share with the girl what he had learned from Hulan. They're that terrifying. They once killed half the dragon family. She was surprised. The dragon pets were already strong enough. There's no choice. Dragon pets seem innately restrained by them, said Subai. We have no way of knowing the specifics. Anyway, just remember that, if it's not an undead pet, then don't kill it. The grievances and entanglement between the 12 Dragon Slayers organization and the Spirit Alliance were definitely not as simple as it appeared on the surface. There must be some hidden secrets about the blood pets, or the Spirit Alliance would not have banned them. It's over for Zhong-san and the others, Chen Roshua said. He looked down and saw that the 5 people had already been knocked out, and only Wei Ya and Zhong-san were still struggling desperately. My master said that he'll be here soon. I think that he'll be right on time. Anyway, we can't go down, either, or we'll be dead meat. He sighed thoughtfully. It was impossible for him to go down in this lifetime. He and Zhong-san were not even close, so he would naturally not risk his life for them. Furthermore, these guys had tried ambushing him all the time before. Who on earth are you? Why do you want to trouble us? We aren't enemies, are we? Wei Ya gritted her teeth. She did not remember offending this group of people. Hey, who told a beauty like you to come far up this mountain? I don't want to make things difficult for you. Come with us and let us have a good time. I'll show you a bright road. Opposite, a skinny, monkey-faced man in his 20s chuckled sinisterly as he stared at Wei Ya's big chest lewdly. It was really big. Hee. Do you know why we're so strong? I'll give you a chance. Another short and thin man chuckled, rubbing his hands in anticipation. You're looking for death. The girl gritted her teeth furiously at being humiliated by these men. Boss, run away. I'll carry it for you. Zhong-san pushed her aside and turned to command his snake lizard. Use self-explosion. You want to bomb us and escape? Dream on. The man chuckled. Blood flame snake, use burning blood. With a hiss, the blood-colored lines on the 2 blood flame snakes shone, and 2 bloody rays were fired. The already severely injured snake lizard and night spider were hit by the blood-colored flames. They struggled painfully in the flames, not far from death. A few more spiritual shots were fired, binding Ya and Zhong-san. The 2 men walked toward the girl as they rubbed their hands. It's really bigger at a closer distance. Before they finished speaking, they, including their blood pets, suddenly fell to the ground with a thump. Mnemonic pet. The 2 raised their heads with some difficulty and felt desperate upon seeing the huge pet in the sky. In the sky, a 5-meter-long cyan bird with a wingspan of 6 meters glared at them. Its pupils had the rare shade mnemonic possessed. A peculiar force acted on the 2, rendering them unable to move or speak. 2 people were on top of the big bird, an old man with a shiny bald head reflecting the sun's rays and a yellow-haired chap of about 20 years old. Subai, you can come out now, there's no one else nearby. Gao and jumped to the ground and glanced at the place where his apprentice was hiding. Wow, master, is your pet the legendary algae monster? Subai took Chen Roshua out of the small forest and ran to the Elderly Contrainer Association president. Yes, you know it. The old man was originally upset that his disciple always ignored him and only contacted him when something happened, but his anger disappeared after he found out that the latter knew his pet. The chap also glanced at Subai in surprise, his mouth twitching a little. This youth was pretty good, he even took the girl to hide in the forest. I saw it in a book before and was rather curious about it. It can't move or speak because of its psychic skills, right? Subai looked curiously at the algae monster. It was said to have come from a space crack, and its origin was a very small algae fungus. It doesn't normally have wisdom, but when several gather, under special conditions, they can develop wisdom. Once that happens, they'll possess extremely strong spiritual power. It's a special kind of Gaia creature called the algae monster. It's no less intelligent than humans and has a very strong learning ability. It can also change into various forms and produce various substances on its own. If it's allowed to reproduce, the algae monster will ultimately form a colony. This is an ultra-rare monster that all the summoners and pharmacists desire most. Laying eyes on his master's pet for the first time, Subai was, of course, really shocked. It was also one of his dream pets. No, he must find time to fawn on his master and ask for a seed. The boy secretly formulated a plan inside. It's so rare. Chen Roshue was also surprised. She only knew that her boyfriend's master was the president of the Contrainer Association, so at this moment, she was speechless to see such a rare monarch pet. Cuckoo. The pet, which had morphed into a big bird, raised its head proudly. Wei Ya and Zhong San, who were lying on the ground unable to speak, also widened their eyes. This giant boss was actually Subai's master. What the F***ck? Had they been seeking their death by trying to defeat him? They thought that this big boss had just been passing by, but he had actually been called over by their rival. Haha. It seems that you're rather knowledgeable. Gao and snorted expressionlessly and raised his head. The more he looked at this apprentice, the more satisfied he became. No, he must find a way to make him go on the right path. It was such a waste for him to be a pet tamer. How did you meet these two people? He asked. I don't have money for my purgatory tyrant eggs incubation, so I came here to dig a few materials. I sensed spiritual fluctuations at this location and rushed over only to see the blood pets. The youth explained and quickly let go of his girlfriend's hand. This is my classmate, she came to help me. Chen Roshue blushed and quickly hid the flower she was holding behind her. Gaoan, did they think he was blind? He already knew how conspiring against others these two were ever since the last game. Where did you obtain that egg? He asked curiously, realizing that his disciple's path seemed wilder than anticipated. Senior Hulan gave it to me. Do you know him? Subai scratched his head. That young man gave it to you. Gaoan glanced at his apprentice. He was also aware that that cultivation genius was antisocial. What had this boy done for Hulan to give him such a valuable egg? Oh, he's my friend. Subai nodded. I see. Nodding, the elderly chairman pointed to the yellow-haired chap beside him. This is Duan Munin, the Alliance's second-level search officer, an elite pet tamer. Hello, I'm Duan Munin. The young man nodded at him. Hello, big brother. I'm Subai, a rookie. The youth waved in return. Duan Munin, Xiao Lu, use Traceless Dream. Gaoan glanced at the two people on the ground. Cuckoo. Xiao Lu nodded and unleashed a strange force which hit the two criminals and caused them to fall asleep. We've obtained their information, seal their spiritual power. After a while, Gaoan turned to Wei Ya and the others. Heal their injuries. Take these two to the Pet Management Bureau in town and wait for me, okay? The elderly chairman instructed after treating the 5 injured teens. No problem. Wei Ya and the others quickly nodded. How dared they refuse a request from this big boss? Let's go. Zhong San, help me. Wei Ya pulled them out. Yes, boss. The boy quickly helped the girl in taking the unresisting criminals away with them. Subai, Wei Ya was like a flower stuck in cow dung. He had accidentally helped Zhong San. D***MN. There's a temporary stronghold under this mountain. Let's go and see the specific situation, Gaoan said. The two before were just trash, who had been sent out to scout the surroundings, and did not know any confidential information at all. The algae monster turned into a burrowing dragon which started digging into the ground. In fact, there were many small fries like those two men, and even most of the known gangs were just small pawns. Blood pets were too powerful, so countless people were willing to take risks for them. The couple followed Gaoan. After making a big circle on the mountain, they finally found an entrance on a cliff at the back. It's really well hidden. Subai looked around at the earthen yellow sandy road. This place had probably been drilled by a soil pet like the burrowing dragon. In this world with extraordinary abilities, it would really be difficult to find anyone if they wanted to hide. Xiao Lu, use Phantom to hide us all, whispered Gaoan after walking a few hundred meters. A translucent spiritual wave engulfed them. Shrouded by this phantom, everyone seemed to have been hidden in a different space. Looking over from the guard post, They could not be seen at all. Hee. Big Demon made a ghostly face in front of the guard, but he did not respond at all. Chen Roshue was so frightened that she quickly hugged Xiao Bai away. Her pet was too naughty. Su Bai turned his head and glanced at the cub, which was about to wave its paw. It stuck out its tongue and resentfully took back its paw. He was shocked to see the inside when they entered the hideout. This was a circular space with a diameter of more than 300 meters. It had 3 floors with staircases, and each wall of the cave was about 2 meters high and wide. The 1-meter-deep cave held some boys and girls. These boys and girls were all in a coma, and a bloody mark was placed at their glabella. On the 3rd level, the lowest floor, 3 raised platforms could be seen. On the high platform were 3 bone hills, all of which being psychic bones. A scarlet skull was placed atop each hill, receiving viscous red liquid which dripped from above, making the blood on the skull more and more active. Su Bai had wondered before why he could not find any psychic bones on Phoenix Mountain. It turned out that everything was hidden away here. Was this why the blood-bursting mosquitoes had gathered here, attracted by the bloody stench? He stared at the scarlet skull for a while, and a line of small fireflies appeared before his eyes. Introduction: a still formless blood skull, a blood undead dual elemental monster. It requires the heads of undead monsters which are about to turn into departed spirits, the blood of blood pets, and a variety of materials to irrigate and feed its cultivation. The blood skull monster can forcibly extract the incompletely formed spirit soulstone of a human teenager as well as merge multiple spirit soulstones into one. Sure enough, they're cultivating a despicable thing again. A hint of anger flashed across Gaoen's face. Fortunately, this stronghold hasn't been built long. The soul stones of these young girls haven't been dug up yet, so there's still hope, said Duan solemnly. Why do they want the spirit soul stones? What's the use? To make pets? Asked Su Bai in puzzlement. This is just one aspect. This thing can also enhance the strength of blood pets and is called a blood soul stone. It can be exchanged for some rare treasures from the 12 Dragon Slayers organization. It's one of the hard currencies among the wanted criminals, Gaoen explained. It seems like there are many similar strongholds in Cannes. Those guards are probably all small fries, it'll be difficult to catch them in one fell swoop. Duan solemnly shook his head. Let's hide here first and wait to see if a bigger fish will appear. The guards here are all small figures. I'll let my algae pet use Traceless Dream to see the situation for now, proposed the elderly chairman in a deep voice. 10 minutes later, Su Bai and the others exited the underground cave and hid on Phoenix Mountain. Your discovery of this stronghold is a great contribution. I'll report it to the Alliance later and give you a reward, Gaoen told his protégé. Thank you, Master. Su Bai thanked his mentor happily. This was what he wanted to hear the most. By the way, have you gathered all the materials for the Purgatory Tyrant Eggs incubation? Asked the old man. Soon. I still lack 2 materials, he answered truthfully. I see. Come to me in 2 days and help me plant a spiritual plant. If I'm satisfied, I'll reward you with the remaining 2 materials. Gaoen said after thinking for a while. Okay, Master. The youth nodded quickly and agreed. Gaoen snorted. He looked at Chen Roshue and spoke indifferently. Your little devil's cultivation is rather good, too. Come with my disciple to plant seeds in my field. When you're done, I'll give you a primary ghost stone. The girl was stunned to hear this but quickly bowed in gratitude. Thank you, sir. The primary ghost stone could not only increase her pet's attack power and hidden energy but also help it understand the ghost's profound meaning, helping it reach the spirit calling level as soon as possible. Spirit calling was equivalent to controlling wood and fire in other pet types. It was of inestimable value and was a true rare treasure. Chemph. You're just a little pleasing to the eye. Don't get me wrong and think that I'm treating you well because of a certain boy. I just happen to be rich and have nowhere to spend it on. Gaoen snorted lightly, then he raised his head to look into the distance. Su Bai, Master, did you need to explain yourself so clearly?